brand new video. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about this. If you're wondering, what is this? Why do I have it? I have cerebral palsy, and we're going to do a cerebral palsy update. So like I said, I have cerebral palsy, but there's loads of different types you can get, and I have got the hemiplegia one. Now you can get two types of hemiplegia, and that is right side hemiplegia and left side hemiplegia. And it says it in the wording of the title of the disability, left side hemiplegia or right side hemiplegia. So if you've got right side hemiplegia, your cerebral palsy is all on your right side. If you've got left side hemiplegia, like myself, your cerebral palsy is all on your left side. Now, whether you've got severe cerebral palsy or mild cerebral palsy depends how much you get affected with your cerebral palsy. It is a spectrum for a reason, and I'm just here to talk about my cerebral palsy update. But that was a bit of backstory on what type of cerebral palsy I have. Now, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm actually lucky that I don't have severe cerebral palsy and that I have mild cerebral palsy. Don't get me wrong, I would probably rather not have the disabilities I have, but also I always say that my disabilities aren't me, but they are part of me. I feel like if I didn't have my disabilities, I wouldn't be as driven and I'm not out of Star Wars, to do things. And when people tell me I can't do things, I'm like so driven to be like, I'll prove you wrong. If you don't know, I have got a retail job in food retail specifically, and you're probably thinking, someone with cerebral palsy, why are you in food retail? You have to carry so much things. And yes, that might be true, but remember what I said about the determination. Determination. I can't say that word. But my main issue with my cerebral palsy is my left hand. That's where I mainly get affected. And that is also why I've got one of these. I've also got one of these because my cerebral palsy has gave me less than an inch. One of my hips are higher than the other. I don't know if that's with everybody, because in basic terms, this is how I explain it to like children, or like if I just want to do the quick option of explaining my disability, is my left side is weaker than my right. So that is not why I've got one hip higher than the other. It is because of my cerebral palsy, but this is what I wear. Now, I haven't actually been wearing it that often, because when I did start wearing it for my job, I started to get hip pain. I should actually start wearing it again. So that's update number one. I have not been wearing it, but I did wear it consistently. When I first started. Little note to you guys, just a little warning. Cerebral palsy can also affect your speech, and when I talk about this type of stuff, I'm so passionate about talking about it and educating people on it that my speech kind of goes more than it would normally. So I'm so sorry about that if it does. But yeah, I go to the doctors every couple of years to see if I need this up or down, and over the years I can't find the one that I used to have. I've got these ones, but they're all, well, you can kind of see with that one that one's a bit bigger than this one, and that is because over time that shows that my hips have got better. Now onto the main update with my cerebral palsy, this hand strap. Now again, I go through phases of wearing it and not wearing it. At the beginning I did start wearing it quite a lot, but also I started to slow it down a bit, and the reason for that is at the beginning no one knew me, so they were curious of why am I wearing this. They were wondering has she broken her arm? What has she done? I literally got them questions and it got annoying, to be honest. Now, I know most people who are not disabled or haven't got cerebral palsy would probably just say to me, why don't you just explain? I mean, I get about over 30 customers probably a day. It depends on the day, but even over 20 that I probably serve on a daily when I work. And even if 5% of them ask me, oh, what have you done to your arm? Have you broken it? And then I explain, it gets repetitive, it gets annoying, and also gets annoying with the responses of when I start to say, oh, I've got cerebral palsy, they're like, oh, it's fine, it's fine. They act like I've got a disease. They generally do. They act like I've got disease. So push forward, like, let's say a couple months, 3 months of not wearing it because of that. I've started wearing it again because my family have said, if I show you, this is what my hand looks like. Now, if you don't see my hand on a daily, you won't know. I didn't really realise. I thought they were fine. But these are starting to bend in more often on their own. Like, I'm generally not doing anything. That's me holding them up. And then, especially that one. That one's actually doing okay. Woo woo. But they're starting to bend on their own. So I started wearing this again. And to be honest, I do only wear this when I'm wearing my hoodie. And some days I lose my hoodie or I forget where I've put it. So some days I have not been wearing it before. But for the past week or so, I've been trying to wear it more often. And to be honest, I have seen a big difference in people's responses. Put it quickly, they don't even respond anymore. Now, I don't know if it's because the people I've been serving lately just do not care. And to be honest, I'd rather them do not care than ask me loads of questions and then act like I'm diseased. But it's made me more confident to wear it. You would thought me explaining about my cerebral palsy would make me more confident to wear this, but it does the opposite because it's pretty much when people don't notice me wearing this, it shows that it doesn't make me look different. Now, there's nothing wrong looking different. Obviously, I'm not in a wheelchair. There's so many different disabilities that you don't have a choice if you look different or not. And I'm happy to speak about it. It's more the reactions. So when someone assumes that I've broken my arm, it's not really a good starting conversation point. And also, like I said, I get asked it quite often. Now that I'm not getting asked it, like the past 3 times I've worn my hand strap at work lately, I've not even got one person asking, and it's such a relief. So that's making me wear it more often. I feel more confident with wearing it. Now, I know this might not be a big update to some people. Like I said, everyone with cerebral palsy experiences their cerebral palsy different. But this is one thing that generally made me insecure and like made me stand out in not a way I wanted to. So now that people don't, even if they did notice it, they don't mention it anymore, and it makes me feel more comfortable. So I feel more comfortable wearing it. Now, I'm not to the point that I used to be. I used to have pink, purple, blue, and yes, you can get different colours of these. You can get like this bit blue, you can get this bit purple, you can get, I can't remember, there's 3 bits that they do, I'm sure. So you can get pink, blue and purple, and I would love to go back to that, but for now and for many years probably, I'm gonna stick to this colour because that is the reason why I did get a skin colour, so it would help me wear it more often. Now let's just finish this video off with a little laugh and let me show you what I can now do from starting my job in food retail. Now, some of you may think it's good, some of you may think it's bad, but at the end of the day, I can still move my arm more than I normally would. So the first thing I can do now, it comes and goes this, but I can definitely move my thumb more than I used to. I remember when I first tried it and I'm like, I can move my thumb. But I can move my thumb now. I can't move it while it's not attached. Like, it's kind of harder because this finger always takes longer to go down. So when I go like that, that one's the last one to do. But I've also found out that I can do it a bit faster now. Now, most of these things will be because I am just using my hands more. Even though it is bending and that's not a good sign, I can still move it more than I used to. Now, the only thing that I have realised, and I don't know if it's always been like this, and I've just noticed it, but my hand is like curving to the side a bit. And that's another reason why I need to start wearing my hand strap more. So like that bit. But also, we're going to try and lift every finger on its own, so I don't come off that I've just learned how to do this. Okay, so. And keep in mind, give me a minute, I'll say it in a minute. I've got it. Oh, come on. Termination. I was going to say, keep in mind, while I'm moving my fingers on my left hand, I am using my brain so much in that moment. So it might look like I'm just staring at my hand and then it happens. It's because I'm trying to concentrate on using my brain to move them fingers. I can move my pinky. That's the first time I've done that. Okay, the next one's probably going to be. Yeah, there's no chance. I can't even. Oh no, wait. No, the other one. So another thing I can do this. Wait. If it wants to work. Doesn't want to work today. It's not that great, but I can lift them fingers. I normally can hold this one down, but another thing I can do is, again, I do need to hold my fingers down, but look, I can literally up, down, up. I do need to hold my fingers down, but it is progress and it is a good sign, and I didn't even know I could do my pinky. So I can definitely move most of my fingers more than I used to. So this little cerebral palsy update was a good and a bad one, even though because I've not been wearing my hand strap that often, my fingers have started to bend. I also can move my fingers even more. So there's a positive and a negative, and hopefully I will continue to wear this, and hopefully no one will ask me why am I wearing it, have I broken my arm. And if you do see someone wearing this type of thing, I personally would just ignore it. Yes, sometimes they probably would have just broken their arm, but they could also be in my situation and they need to wear it to strengthen their arm. Because I actually got told if I don't keep on wearing this, I might get the one that I used to have, and it used to have a metal plate down there, down like this bit, and I generally cannot do that. Not because like I don't want to help my hand, but because I use my hand more for work, it will be more difficult to pick up heavy things and pretty much pick up heavy things like bottles, juices, because you get like a stack of like 4 of them, like big juices, and I normally need to carry them to take them out to the store, the shop, the front shop. So yeah, that is my little update, and I will probably do another update when I see more results. Let me know what other types of disability videos or just videos in general you want to see, and I hope you enjoyed this little cerebral palsy update. Nothing else has really changed. I wouldn't say I got faster, I've just learnt more from my job, so I know how to do it, so it makes me go faster. But that's on the cerebral palsy slow side. I would say I'm still the same, but I've got less comments on going faster, so I'm assuming I have got better. But I will see you in a new vlog or video soon.